EX Turk, and then, well, I wanted to talk about the new Jump Stars thing, the new Jump Force. Especially, I know Jump Force is a weed game, I get that, but it's like, I gotta be quite honest, this looks lit for a fighting game. Now, what I wanted to talk about is something I never thought would be actually a true possibility, hence why I built Yugi's deck just like his anime counterpart, because we're going to be talking about Yugioh. Now, the reason why we're going to be talking about Yugioh is Yugi is now a confirmed character in the Jump Stars anime, and I gotta say, you know, the stuff looks really good. The stuff looks, you know, it looks really good. Now, I have not seen the trailer of his stuff, only screenshots. It looks like his base monsters are gonna most likely be his base monsters are most likely gonna end up being, you know, the Dark Magician Girl, and Slifer the Sky Dragon, from what I've seen in the screenshots. Now, because Jump Force is gonna play like Super Smash Brothers, you know, most likely, I think it's 100% to say, and 100% possibility that we're actually going to get ourselves someone who's like Pokemon Trainer, where you can switch out the cards for each knockout, stuff like that. Now, I don't know if they're going to actually have penalties for having two of the cards in this, or, you know, they're gonna give us a penalty for that stuff or anything like that, like where, you know, in Pokemon Trainer, where if you use the same person all the time, then, you know, technically you have, you know, they're gonna force you to switch. I don't know if they do in Jump Stars. I don't know how their fighting style is. I've only played like Jump Stars. I've not played, well, I mean, I don't know what the fighting style is gonna be like, but it looks like this is a lit game. This is a game I could actually get into. This is actually something that I could actually say I'm kind of actually wanting to be an actual thing, you know, for once. So it's like, this is actually something that can actually be beneficial to the game, and of course, you know, and but what I'm trying to say is it looks like that he's gonna be like Pokemon Trainer in this one. Now, I don't know if they're gonna add a Yu-Gi-Oh villain, because in Super Smash they never actually add a Pokemon villain, to be quite honest. So I mean, if they do add a Yu-Gi-Oh villain, I think the smart one would be Merrick, because Merrick's the most iconic. He's even more terrifying than Pegasus is. Merrick is actually one of the most terrifying villains in Yu-Gi-Oh series ever. Even more than Darts. Don't get me wrong, Darts was pretty bad too, but Darts was a filler. People didn't like the filler as much as Battle City, you know. People just didn't like the Orichalcos arc, which I liked it, but I can't see it being a thing, you know. I can't see it being its own exact thing. So most likely, I think Merrick is Ishtar is most likely gonna make villains lists mostly. So most likely that's what's gonna happen, is that Merrick Ishtar. But from what I've seen in Super Smash, and they're actually following Super Smash's trends, Super Smash never actually had a villain for Pokemon, for when they had Pokemon Trainer. So it might just be Yugi with his cards. Now, I don't know about the penalties that's gonna happen if, you know, you have like Slifer out too long, but, you know, I don't know. Who knows what could happen? Who knows? Anything at this point is possible. So anything at that point could be possible. But I'm still excited and hyped for this, because, like, you know, we never had Yu-Gi-Oh characters since the DS one, and I never actually even played the emulator for the DS, let alone. In fact, I only heard about the DS one when I was playing Jump Stars and looked through the history of it. And me, as a fighting game connoisseur, is what I would call myself. You know, I don't just run Final Fantasy on my channel. I also run, you know, fighting games as well. So, you know, I'm actually quite happy to see this, because I've actually liked the Yu-Gi-Oh anime series. I love the cards. As a matter of fact, it's actually the very first card game I got into. So it's like, it's double you know, it's double what, you know, the meaning of this. It's like, it's amazing. It's like, the fact is, we're actually getting ourselves a legitimate, we're actually legitimately getting Yugi as a character. And I think he's going to be that Pokemon trainer, but I think for his like side things, his abilities, I don't know if they're going to do like what Dissidia did with EX abilities, but his EX abilities look like it's more likely going to take a form of using spell cards, trap cards, and monster cards. And I think the reason why they didn't reveal him earlier is because it's mostly because it's mostly on the factor of that, try to say it, mostly on the factor that, you know, I lost my train of thought, but anyways, it's most likely the factor of the fact that, you know, the possibility of how hard it was to actually, you know, how hard it actually was to actually put, you know, Yugi as a character, for the fact that you had all the cards he was going to use, which would be like 3 cards, because this is a game with better graphics, as we've seen, with real life locations and stuff like that. You know, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but, you know, maybe if it's possible, if they add a rival character like they did with Dragon Ball Z, how they added Vegeta, and how they added Killua for Hunter x Hunter, and Sasuke for Naruto, and maybe, and I know Yugi's a Pokemon trainer type character, but maybe if it could be possible for a Seto Kaiba as a character, where he could just have Lord of Dragons, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and Blue Eyes Ultimate, and then have his last boss monster be Obelisk the Tormentor. You know, I think that would be pretty cool and neat if they actually if they actually did a pattern where they had Seto Kaiba as the rivalish character, or the other hero character. I mean, because I can't really see Joey being the character, for the fact that, you know, for the fact that Kaiba's more iconic, and not only that, but it's like, you know, the best friend character's good and all, but when they had Yu Yu Hakusho in the last game for the Jump Force and stuff like that, when they had that stuff going on, you know, when they had all that going on, the only thing with, you know, Set Thing is that they only had Hiei, which made sense, because he's not only the rival character, but he's still kind of a hero. It's just the anti-hero character, most likely. So if they don't mind modeling more monsters and magic and trap and spell cards, I think Kaiba would be a good addition alongside Merrick. Even if it's DLC, I would actually consider you know, buying Kaiba. I would even just buy Jump Force just to play as Kaiba, since, you know, Kaiba was my favorite character in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime series. So I'm super hyped for this. It's just like, for the future that we're actually gonna get Yu-Gi-Oh, so, you know, I'm happy for that. So may the crystal be with you. Like and subscribe, and may the crystal be with you.